Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you are all doing well out there. We go back to, well, I would say, let's see, is he our favorite? I think he might be our favorite guest. Can we get a poll from the group? Yes, I think it's a long time returning. We're giving out stars. I don't know what they give out at SNL anymore. We're going to give out something after you've been on the show this many times. But one of our favorite guests, John Moynihan from the Firehouse Center for the Arts, is in the house. How are you, John?
I'm great, Drew. How are you doing today?
Executive. Are you still going with executive director?
Executive director, what they still call me, still says it on the business cards.
Yeah. Wow. There you go.
I know.
That was nice. I didn't know where you're going with that.
Feel pretty good.
How you been, man?
I've been great.
Good.
Great. Busy. Been really busy, but it's been really great.
I noticed you're busy.
Get everything going.
Getting all these events that keep popping up at your place.
I know. We got a lot of great music coming up this summer, which is really nice. You know, trying to fit in more than just theater, which we've always done, but trying to get more and more music to come in. Some folks have been doing it for 50 plus years, and some folks that are up and coming and kind of doing their own thing. Yeah, no, that's great. I think it's going well. You splashed with some very big names. Let's just get right to that part. Yeah.
I mean, I know you're proud of it. Go ahead.
Oh, you mean herself, Dame Judy Collins?
Yeah, her.
Yes. No, yeah, that's a pretty big one. We've been very excited about that. We've been working on that one for a few years. It was an idea that I had. When I first started here, was trying to figure out how we could get some of these big name artists to come here and play our little 191 seat space. And over the past year, I've really been thinking about what we can call it, what we could do, what kind of makes it special and intimate. So we went with the living room series, because it's basically like you're sitting in your living room and listening to these folks. You're so close.
Right.
And we were very lucky. We got a brand new sponsor, Jim Garrity and the Garrity Group of Morgan Stanley are sponsoring that series, and he's been a good supporter over the past year or so. He came. We just met him about a year or so ago, but he's been fully on board with us since then.
Very cool. So I remember, this is a true story, folks. I didn't know that Judy Collins was coming a little bit before everybody else, but John did not want to actually tell me. We were walking, I don't know, we were in the parking lot or downtown, I can't remember one day, but you go, I kind of want you to be surprised. I was very happy about it, and I kind of want you to hear it. And I said, oh, okay. And you're really not going to tell me? I think you eventually
then he wore me down.
Yeah, I do that to people. It's a true story.
But you've also been really good to me over the past 6 years.
Right back at
really
you, my man.
Appreciated it.
Right back at you. It is a cool thing though to land. I know it's not what you're in it for, but it is a very cool thing to bring somebody like that to our little neck of the woods, isn't it?
It's really special for Newburyport, for the city, and for the Firehouse, for people to recognize that it's not just a community theater, and it's not just putting on shows that are I can't really think of the exact way to do it, but we have a lot of community programs. We do a lot of programming with the community, but we're more than that. We do these high quality, high powered shows that really puts the spotlight on the Firehouse, so that we're able to continue to do all of these community programs and provide them at a lower cost than most other venues would be able to do.
I think you guys do a good job at reflecting the community over there, because we have no real working partnership besides the fact that you like to come on this show and I like to go to your place, and that's really it.
Yeah.
But you will watch the show and you'll say, oh, that artist is great.
Yep.
Like, I would love to get that person here, and then that magically kind of happens.
Will Daly.
Will Daly was one. We had Sal Baglio, I think, played over there.
Yeah.
Alan Estes was there with
BB&E.
BB&E, that's right.
Butcher
John Butcher, sorry.
Estes.
I was the letters of John Butcher there. I think I was with them when they came up with the how they were going to actually roll it out.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
That's probably not true, but I think or maybe it was the nickname of the BB&E.
I think you should go with it. I mean,
whatever.
Whether you're not, who's going to fact check you on it, Drew?
But I do love the idea that that just kind of happens. It happens organically, and I like that when you put good people together. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been working closer with Evolvement Radio and Michael over there to bring some of his artists.
Michael Bernier?
Michael Bernier, yeah. Like we had Frank Vialli.
We haven't had him on in a while. We could have Michael.
Yeah, I should have him come on.
I know.
We're trying to figure out he actually just emailed me earlier today. We're trying to figure out a date to have Freevolt back at the back at the theater, and he has another local country artist that we're looking to bring in.
Nice.
So
And Frank Vialli, my God,
Frank Vialli.
I don't know. I mean, I know they work together as far as booking goes. I don't know if I hope Frank has a say in some of his gigs because he plays so. I mean, he is the hardest working man.
Absolutely.
He plays all the time.
No, I think he's playing 8 nights a week, and that was possible.
It's crazy. He told me that once though. Like there's just certain musicians that are like built that way.
Yeah.
Like they have to play.
Yeah.
Like they just if they don't like nights off. It's just
Right.
not a thing for them.
Exactly.
If they'll go find a place to play if they have a night off.
Right, they have that
Yeah.
creative urge, that creative energy, and it's how they interact. They love to play with an audience and being able to interact with folks in that way.
It's almost like a lost day.
Yeah, right. Oh, we have to travel today. Oh, all right.
Oh, it's too funny.
Yeah.
What else is new over there? Anything? I mean, I know you've announced. When did you announce? It was about a month or two ago. You announced that, but you kind of got a busy summer in general.
We have a very busy summer. We opened Pippin on Friday night, which is very exciting. It's our the next round of like our big musical productions that we're doing, larger than life on this intimate stage in an intimate space. Rock of Ages opens in August, and that's going to be a rock show through and through. Then we also have some other really great, as I said, some up and coming folks that are coming through. We have an artist or a group by the name of Oh He Dead, coming from they're a DC based group, and they do blues and funk.
Okay.
They're coming the night before 4th of July. They'll be here on Monday, July 3rd.
4th is a Tuesday, huh?
4th is a Tuesday this year, yeah.
Huh.
People are going to take the extended long weekend.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I did.
Sunday through Tuesday. And then we have another artist. He's more of he's a spoken word piano player. That's what he does, and his name's Black Bach. It's BLKBOK, which is really good. And actually, one of his PR managers is. Do you know Dee Dee Kearney?
I don't.
Oh, okay. So she's from the area. She's local from the area, but her daughter Stella has done things at the Firehouse and with acting out, and a good community name. And she's had a long history in the record business, and she actually might be a good interview for you. I think you actually would find her very, very interesting.
Well, there we go. See,
Yeah.
that's how it happens.
I know, right? And then
We'll see you next week.
Right, a new a Juno Award nominee country artist, Aaron Goodvin, coming the next night. So for those of you who don't know, the Junos are the Canadian version of the Grammy.
Do you know? I did not know that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, now we know.
Man, my French Canadian friends would be very angry at me about that.
It's not, it's not the capital of Alaska.
Okay.
He's not from just there, Which is So and then Chris Smither is coming to end the month. He's selling pretty well. He's almost sold out. So get those tickets. But also again, come and support some of these newer names that you might not know. It was we had a great artist a couple weeks ago by the name of Jesse Rubin, who, as we were talking about it at the end, about how difficult and how much of a struggle it is for a new artist to get their break and to get it. And what he was saying was, even if you don't know the name, if you trust the booking that we're doing, you trust the Firehouse in terms of what we're booking, give it a try, because these folks are going to be the next generation. Your Frank Viallis are going to be the next generation of these singer-songwriters that are going to be entertaining you for the next 50 years.
Yeah.
So just because you don't know them doesn't mean that they're not worth the price of admission.
It's funny. It brings me back to a conversation from a show we did recently with Ken Irwin from Rounder Records, and I had a conversation with him about how he's seen decades of, he entered the music business at this time, the heyday of what I view as the heyday of music. I wish I could have been there through the 70s and the 60s and some of those bands that I still listen to today.
Right.
And he goes, but you know what? We said that about the 20 years before us. And I said, it was such a great answer, because I was just like, maybe that's just the way it goes,
Right.
You know, and I do think that was a specifically a great time, but I don't want to get off that point. But
You mean you don't think the people in the 60s and 70s were thinking like, man, I really wish we went back to big band music. Ugh.
like on the wall, he like wrote Robert Johnson. There it is. Like we wish we
Right.
could have, you know. So I thought it was a very nice take on, you know, because we're talking about the Taylor Swift. You didn't go to Taylor Swift, did you?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate who she is, and I appreciate what she does, and I appreciate what she does for
As do I.
for the music industry and everybody that you know that she supports. But
Yeah.
you know, I don't have $400 to spend just the park.
Yeah, I was gonna say 400. That would be a good price to get in. Did you see the Taylor Swift amnesia?
No.
People, it's like a thing, like on like viral on the social medias. It's like people are saying that they got so whatever in the
Yeah.
show that they literally don't remember taking it in.
That's so funny. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I also heard, speaking of Taylor Swift, that she has a contingent of fans that are looking to unionize.
Fans that are, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, fans that are looking to unionize to you know, have a pathway to her to kind of give her an idea of what she should be doing in her shows.
Interesting.
Yeah, again, which is, and I was listening to, I was on the radio this morning, and they were talking about, like, wasn't part of her whole big thing was not doing that, and like not having someone control her narrative, like the whole thing with Scooter Braun and him owning all her music, which is why she's recording her own, the re-recording of it. It's like that's seems very the antithesis of what she's all about.
Yeah, they were going to say like anti-hero.
Yeah,
I couldn't really make it work. I forced it anyway.
I'm gonna call her that.
No, well, that's the song right there.
Oh, that's
the single.
Gosh, of course it is.
Yeah.
Listen, I just feel, I don't know, I feel 22.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, here's something for you. Well, let me also speaking of Taylor Swift for the third time, because why not? She just swallowed a bug the other night.
Oh, okay.
Every time she does anything.
No.
So,
She also was going to bring a kid onto the stage the other day.
And she didn't?
No, because she was talking about like there was no safe way to bring him down.
She threw somebody off a stage?
Yep. Yep. Is that the story you're going to tell? Is that how we're going to make this go now?
A friend of mine makes
Taylor
wristbands.
Swift, I want to make sure that I did not say that. I know that did not happen.
I don't know.
So, Swifties unite.
You're scared of Swifties.
Of course, who isn't?
They can change the world.
They can.
I was thinking to myself, you know, Springsteen fans are upset with the stale set list right now overseas. You know,
I mean, what do they want him to do? Is he
well, do you actually want the answer to this? Because now you've walked into my zone here.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's the same. It's like the.
Yeah, it's the same 3-hour set. He's been doing it for 40 years. And
No.
Oh, I see.
When I first went to see him, it was a different show every night.
Gotcha.
And it was. I never heard like. I mean, if I never hear "Glory Days" again, I'm sorry.
I do remember you saying that. Yeah.
I just but it's every night.
No.
And it's into.
He's what, like 75 years old at this point?
I understand, but like you've met. I think it's 73, but
I thought so,
but like he's in great shape. You seen that guy?
Yeah, I mean he looks in great shape, but he's 70.
So what do you think it is? Doesn't want to learn the lyrics? Doesn't want to be shifting on a dime like he used to? Just wants to pay the folks off. Give them one greatest hit show.
Well, I think that's yeah. I mean, I think when it gets to a point when you get to that level.
He's been at this level though.
I know, but now he's getting to that level where like he's aging.
Okay.
He's aging through it, and he's getting there, and you know maybe some of it has to do with the loss of Clarence. You know, and
it is like a 27 to 37 piece band at the moment.
Jeez, that's insane. So that's another aspect of it. Like when you have a band that's large and the musician is having to learn like new music all the time. Like you're gonna love this.
Okay.
So. I can bring this back to both either Madeline Peru and Judy Collins or Hanson. You tell me which one you want to go to.
We did Judy. Let's do Hanson.
All right, Hanson. Okay. So a few years ago, they put out this album that was called String Theory.
Okay.
And what it was is they took, I think, 14, 18 of their songs or something like that, and with Jeff Beck, who helped produce the album, they rearranged it all.
The great late Jeff Beck.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Still not used to that, right?
Jeez, I kind of forgot about that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be a downer. Keep going. Ruined rhythm. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yikes.
It's not how you do it, Drew.
Man, okay. Well, R.I.P. Jeff. Speaking of that, did you hear about George Winston? George Winston passed away today,
I saw that.
Too.
Very nice post by
passed
you
away on
the
Friday, Sunday.
You guys had a nice post from the firehouse.
Yeah. Yeah, he's played there. He played there a few times. So the fact that he was always a quirky character, but now understanding that for the past 10 years he's been dealing with cancer, so that's why he didn't want people around him, because anything could have set it off. So it was just very interesting. It was sad to have that pop up this morning. But,
all right, I do rather. So Hanson strings.
Hanson.
Yeah.
And so they did this album called String Theory, and then they toured with it. But it was the same show every night because they had a full string orchestra that they went with. So if he has a band that's large, that is that large, it is. It's hard to get them to be like on a dime and to be like, okay, now learn these 12 songs by tomorrow.
I get it.
So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I think maybe he just didn't market it well enough that he's going to have this gigantic band with him behind him. So it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same thing.
I think we're used to the like he used to say, you come to these stadium shows. We are still that same old New Jersey bar band that's going to go out there and play for 3 to 4 hours and so I think that's what people know. So it's when you do that's when you expect to turn on the dime and the sign in the crowd or whatever.
Right.
So it's weird for the longtime fans.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Not that I'm not 70, but I've been a fan for 20 years now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard for me to. I'm not angry with the artist. I just you know what, I'm jealous because there's so much out there to pick from.
Yeah,
When
absolutely.
you're somebody like that, and a lot of the stuff that he plays is not my favorite. It's the common fan stuff because I'm just that much above the common fan.
Well, of course, of course.
A friend of mine here. We're also very big Dave Matthews fans. You're going to the show in Mansfield coming up Friday.
Not
a week before.
No,
not yet.
I'm not. Yeah, not yet. Do you know a guy? You got a guy?
Yeah, me.
You
want to go?
By the way.
Yeah.
Thanks for the Boston Calling invite.
Oh, I was working. It's working, man.
I saw Francois there. I'm just saying.
and his wife.
And his wife. So I'm not saying anything.
Francois Samard, a lovely musician, a friend of us both.
We got to get you next time, Francois. Come on up. Come to the firehouse.
But that's hilarious. It was a great. I really did enjoy it.
I'm sure.
I don't know. Do you know Chris Langley, the festival producer there?
No, I don't.
I think maybe producer's the wrong term, but for me, he's the go-to guy.
Yeah.
Great, like the media stuff. How certain places just do that right.
Right.
It's like, just as far as access and bringing the bands to you, like there was no chasing or running around. It just,
that's awesome.
The weather was perfect on that Memorial Day.
It was gorgeous.
And it's like the last 3 days I think we'll ever have that were good. I think it's
right, because it's either going to be burning hot or if it's going to rain or not.
Did you hear me complaining? I'm actually battling the smoke thing.
I did hear you said earlier that you thought you might lose your voice.
Yeah, well, I think in Boston, you literally, I'm at work today, can't see the buildings, like the top of the buildings.
It's that bad down there.
There's actual haze there, yeah. And I think you can feel it here. I hear some of even the young guns in here complaining. So it's not just me.
That's how, if Canada is going to invade, that's how they're going to do it.
Speaking of Francois. Oh, I love that. We should just end the show right there. But 2 more minutes. Dave Matthews, a friend of mine gives me. Would you like this? A friend of mine makes these. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I would. That's awesome.
Rizzo and Joey.
Nice.
They tell me anytime they gave me a stack of them.
Nice.
And they said anytime you bump into a Dave fan, please give it to him. So I'm trying to pay my part off on that.
Favorite song.
That's your favorite song.
Pig, man, I love it. I love it so much.
Wow.
I love it so much. I love the whole story behind it. Or not the whole story, but just the whole song is just so great. So I don't know if you know this. So these are my kids' initials.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
So they when they get old enough, they write their initials.
Okay.
And then I get a tattoo. So I'm getting my youngest. He just turned 6 in October, and he's finally writing well enough that I can get it. So I'm getting his E there. But then I'm also gonna get one over here in the quote I'm gonna put there, because we all talk about mental health and all that good stuff. I'm gonna put here is what point could there be troubling? Because I love that.
Yeah.
I just love that line.
Yes.
So it's gonna be one of those things that if I'm ever having a bad day, it's gonna take a look and be like, oh, right.
I like that.
What point, man? Like, what can we do here?
Aw, look at you, tattoo with meanings.
I know, right?
Tattoos with meaning.
I know, but I also have the one across my back that's like, I was New York City.
I don't want to get into that story.
Yeah, it's I enjoy it and it's meaningful. It's that Beatles quote, and in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Mm-hmm. But like at the time,
and in the end, the love you make is equal to the love
you take.
Oh, they sing it, yeah.
I think on that note.
Yes, that's good.
think so.
Enough John for today. Dates one more time. What do you
Pippin
got?
opens on June 9th. Judy Collins, only like 2 tickets left on June 29th. Oh, He Dead, Monday, July 3rd. Black Bach, Wednesday, July 12th. Aaron Goodvin on Thursday, July 13th. Rock of Ages opens on August 4th. Chris Smither on July 23rd, and just keep an eye out on our website. We're always.
What's the website?
Firehouse.org. Firehouse.org. I guess got a. We just announced a whole other nice crop of nostalgia shows,
Nice.
if you will, and we have a couple of really cool shows that we can't yet announce. One of them coming in December, which I'm really excited for. We've been working on getting him here for a few years. So
I wore him down
Yeah.
for that one too.
that's right. Drew did what he had to do. Next thing you know, he texted somebody. Next thing you know, the agent was reaching out again. So we made it work.
Nice job on the dates. No notes.
I got it all up here.
It's all up there.
Yeah.
The people are like, John, you messed up every date.
I know, right?
Just kidding.
Well, I still have it. I keep hearing those Prevagen commercials. I'm like, well, maybe I should.
His set list would be on a dime, changing every night.
That's right.
Just kidding, Bruce. I still love you. Maeve Power, Lily Woodger, Madeline Clement, Sarah Hayden, the boss. We thank you, our small but mighty team here at the NCM Hub Studios in Newburyport. My name is Drew Moholland for the great John Moynihan.
And the great Drew Moholland.
Wow, we didn't even practice that.
There we go.
Thank you, everybody. Live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Peace.
Live at John's house. Here we go. See you later.